Eric and I are here at Disneyland. We're going to Cafe Orleans because, as many of you probably know, the Haunted Mansion movie is on the way. In anticipation of that, they're doing a special menu, which includes apparently a dessert that has a live open flame on it. So can we be trusted with this? Let's find out. Okay, so we're seated. Cafe Orleans, mostly outside seating, some inside, but it's Southern California. The weather's very nice, so it's always pleasant here. Except actually, last time I ate here it was raining, and so we had to eat inside. But the Haunted Mansion-inspired fixed menu, it's $45. I'm not showing you the menu because it's not on it. They're not. So we don't even know how long they're going to have this because it wasn't even printed on the menus. But what you get for $45 is a 3-course meal, appetizer, entree, and dessert. You can start with either Gumbo, which is an $8 value, or the Panzanella salad, which is a $13 value. Then you choose from a variety of entrees. There is a seafood boil, which is only on the fixed menu, so we don't really know a value. But then you can pick any of the entrees, including what Eric did. You got the
short rib.
The short rib, which is $28.
We go with the most expensive.
The best value, yeah. And then for dessert, you can get either the Haunted Mansion dessert, which is this big candle thing. It's just called Haunted Mansion Candle Dessert here. Oh, sorry, Haunted Mansion Candle and Heart Dessert. Or if you plant-based option, the vanilla creme brulee is available on that fixed menu. But obviously, we're getting a Haunted Mansion fixed menu, and neither of us is vegan, so we're going to get a candle. We're both getting candles. So two objects on fire are coming to this table. Very excited. I hope you can hear us over the Phantasmic replacement. It's the, what is it, Jambalaya Jazz with Queenie? Is that the name? I forgot.
Yeah.
Something like that. We didn't get Jambalaya, but we got Gumbo. Why don't you review your Gumbo first? Give me the camera. Eric's going to try the Gumbo. There it is. Let him get his and of course, the chicken Gumbo is chicken andouille sausage, tasso ham and rice. It's a traditional New Orleans dish. New Orleans. This is nice background music, though. I'll say that.
Very good. You never know with Gumbo. A lot of people have different takes on Gumbo.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very. Look at that.
I mean, I've always liked their Gumbo.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, when I first came here, I wasn't super familiar with New Orleans cuisine, and I had Gumbo and then Jambalaya. And I was like, this is pretty similar. I've always been a fan of theirs.
Absolutely, it's great.
Okay.
All right, Tom, for the salad.
So this is the. Oh, it's not on this menu. Hold on, I gotta read the paper menu. Let me go back in my photos. This is the Panzanella salad, which is the plant-based option. Heirloom tomatoes, grilled artichoke hearts, and toasted croutons with a basil vinaigrette. Looks good.
A lot of artichokes in there.
Tons of the it is well covered in the vinaigrette. So if you're like me and you like a well, what's the word I'm looking for? Well-dressed salad. I think you're like this. It's so hard with this jazz band.
Who knows how this video will turn out, Tom?
Everything's fresh. The artichoke tastes great. Nice chilled salad, bursting with flavor. Good option if you're. I mean, if you're not vegan, you should get the Gumbo. That's a Cafe Orleans thing. I know it's less of a value because it's $8 and this is $13, but this is good if you are vegan. This is a good option for you, or vegetarian. So I got the seafood boil, which does not have a description of any kind, but I mean it's what you would expect, right? There's corn on the cob in there, andouille sausage, clams, shrimp. I don't know what else. Usually there's a type of whitefish in these, right? Typically. Maybe not in this case. Potatoes. Yeah, so it looks like oysters. Oysters, sausage, shrimp, potatoes. Corn on the cob. Let's try a little, shall we? Thank you so much. Also came with rice. It's pretty spicy, which I like. I just want to warn people. At Disney World, this couldn't exist. It's too flavorful and spicy for Disney World. Shrimp is perfectly cooked. They're plump. No fish. It doesn't have that fishy taste to it at all. This is very, very good. There seems to be like a beef. There's beef in the broth too. Interestingly enough. Everything's cooked right. The potatoes are perfect. Sausage is a nice complement to everything else going on in here. Let's try a clam, shall we? Oh, if I can get it out. I'm surprised how spicy it is. It's perfect for me, but be forewarned if you're not a fan. I'm sure the rice is the same as was in Eric's Gumbo. This isn't on the menu, so we don't have a price, but this is probably, I think, would be similarly priced to Eric's dish, so I think it's a good value. If you like the seafood boil, I think this is a winner.
I have the short rib.
Yeah.
I don't know if the plate is too big
It's an artistic
or the
choice.
short rib is too small.
An artistic
Either
choice.
way. Short rib, kind of a stringy meat normally. I don't like it as much as some people.
Short rib,
I'm not either. I think because of the stringiness of it. Look at
and it's become ubiquitous at Disney restaurants over the years.
Right. It's basically got that pot roast feel to it.
Yeah.
Some gravy on it, right? Wait, this is the opposite, right? This is not spicy.
No?
This is. In fact, it could probably use some black pepper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's cooked well. It's presented well.
It's nice and soft.
Oh, very soft. I don't need a knife. I could definitely cut this with a fork.
Okay.
That's kind of how short rib is, right? With that grain.
If it's
soft
good,
grain.
yeah, but you'd be surprised.
Everything is good. I would like a little more seasoning with it personally, but
Did you have the mashed potatoes?
yeah, I had some of the mashed potatoes with this gravy, the brown gravy. Mushroom in there. There's not a whole lot you can say about mashed potatoes, right? There's nothing distinctive about these mashed potatoes. They're not lumpy, which is, I guess, a plus for some people.
They're just fine. Right?
It's fine. It's fine.
My catchphrase.
In general, like, I've never actually had short rib served like this. Usually it's with a pasta or something like that. So it's like sitting there like a chunk of steak almost. But I'll probably finish it.
Would you order it again?
Well, I'll find out because I don't want to spoil this.
We'll talk
We
about
may
it
be back
at
tomorrow.
We are going to be back tomorrow. Stay tuned to find out why. So some Disneyland magic has occurred. After we got the appetizers, our server came and she's very apologetic. And she goes, we were out of the candle dessert, the Haunted Mansion dessert. And obviously we're very sad, but she was so apologetic that couldn't feel bad. So I booked a reservation to come back for lunch tomorrow. Then miraculously, at the end of the meal, the candle has arrived. So some Disney magic happened. Everyone here, by the way, Cafe Orleans, a spectacular cast. So we have them. Eric, yours is almost, it's out. You have to make a wish.
Who says you can't get lit at Disneyland? I'll blow it out here. There we go.
Should I do mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Now illuminations can start.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what it is because the menu doesn't say.
I think it's cake on
it
top of
said
some
it's
sort of
cake.
disc
It's
with
a-
some berries.
Is it cake? This is a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
It's like a
Kids-
white chocolate shell.
Kids, if you see something that looks like this at home, Don't eat it. That's a candle. This is.
Tastes like Yankee Candle.
It's very nice. The white chocolate on the exterior is fantastic. I assume that's just like a vanilla mousse in there. It's so light and airy, and the subtle sweetness, but then you get the really strong sweetness from the white chocolate. I love just the top part. I love.
What's the thing on the bottom?
We're gonna find out.
Oatmeal cream pie.
It might be. It kind of looks like one, right? I don't think there's gonna be cream in it, but it does kind of look like. Maybe it's an oatmeal cookie. It's good. It's very nutty.
Can I see the backside of cake?
Oh yeah, sorry.
There you go.
I'm trying to think what it reminds me of.
Like almond? Like an almond tart or something? It's
It reminds me of something.
I can't tell it's dark.
It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of what it is. Eric, why don't you try some and give
I'll
a
try
second
mine.
review, and then we'll ask her what's actually in it.
First, the cake in the waxy exterior.
Yes, you're good. Sorry to keep interrupting you all for a minute. Sorry to keep but stare.
You know, I once ate actual wax at Tony's. It was still better than the chicken parm.
I was in the Marine Corps. We just ate crayons every day.
Oh my god.
There's definitely nuts. I think maybe like an almond tart.
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure it doesn't say?
It just said candle and heart dessert.
All right.
And I don't think either of the ingredients are candle and or heart.
Let me look.
We have to ask. It's kind of like an oatmeal pie, right? Is that?
It's definitely nutty. It's nuttier than a home.
It's akin to a granola bar in some ways.
Let me see.
It doesn't say. Or maybe the Parks blog says it. I bet the Parks blog says it. Hold on.
Vanilla mousse.
Oh, you found it?
It's just vanilla mousse.
No, that's a different thing. We're so good at this, guys. White chocolate shell filled with vanilla mousse standing on top of a pecan cookie with
Pecan
a cherry
cookie,
compote
okay.
sauce.
Pecan. I thought almond. What an idiot. All right, pecan cookie makes sense. Now that you say it.
It goes really, the pecan cookie may not be good on its own. I think the raspberry or the compote makes the cookie, I think.
The cherry.
The
yeah.
mousse, cherry, sorry. The mousse would be great on its own. And I don't know that the mousse necessarily complements the rest, but it's a good dessert in total.
That compote is very tart.
No, there's a tart in it. Then Eric flipped the table and we left.
I'm out of here. All in all, though, I'm happy they made magic happen for us for something that was gone. I don't know how they pulled this off, but
It's
a lot of people were
beautiful-
upset because it.
Yeah, I saw there's a whole table.
There's a whole table
near
of-
us in Haunted Mansion closed, and they were told no, and they're very sad. So my recommendation is get here early. Don't do dinner at 7 or later if you really want one.
We didn't have a lot of choice, Tom. We flew in today.
But this presentation-wise, like, good for them. They did a tremendous job, and I think it's a very good dessert. It is the second best Haunted Mansion dessert I've had in this park, and I'm gonna send them this photo so they can share this for the 50th of the Haunted Mansion at Riverbell Terrace. They did a dessert that was 3 doom buggies with all the hitchhiking ghosts in cake form. and it was the most beautiful, unbelievable dessert I think I've had at any theme park in the world, or anywhere in the world for that matter. I thought presentation-wise was so fun. This is a close second though, and I think it's worth a meal. I like Cafe Orleans. You know, Monte Cristo or the Boil or, you know.
45
Gumbo.
bucks. Yeah, it's not bad. You get a drink and your appetizer
There's
and the
magic
dessert
discount.
and entree. Like, with the discount, I mean, we talked about Sebastian's Bistro being a good deal at Disney World. I think this is a pretty good deal.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a beautiful atmosphere. We had the band playing. It's a beautiful night out here, and most nights are in Anaheim. It's a pleasant, very Disneyland experience, and something, if you've never done it before, highly recommend.